I am here with a UFC 310 immediate reactions. I just want to say I went 8-3 on this card. Pretty good on predictions. And my parlay got cooked on the last minute, man. Why didn't Shavkat and fucking Garry go to war like they were supposed to? Why didn't they do something in the first 2 rounds? All I needed was Garry over 58.5 strikes, and he couldn't give that to me, man. Fuck, that shit had me pissed. Anyways, let's start at the first fight of the card. I didn't watch this fight. But yeah, the not blob won. Proud of Kennedy. Yeah, light heavyweights need to move heavyweight. Chase Super won because Clay Guida's old as fuck. Yeah, man, like everybody saw this one coming. Look at the odds, man. Chiesa submitted Griffin. Now, I believe I called this. If you refer to my old video, which will pop up on the top right, I called a grappling-based decision. But, you know, he got the sub. Pretty sick. But that fucking one moment where Chiesa just missed on his double leg was fucking hilarious. Moving on, Joshua Van Butcher Durden. Like I said he would. The boxing is just different, man. Joshua Van just got that boxing on him. And when you got the skill differential that's like that high, it's going to cause him to win. So pretty easy prediction there. Eric Anders defeated Weidman. I don't even remember who I picked for this one, but come on. Weidman is fucking crippled and he's a plotster. No eye pokes here, right? Couldn't get it done. Oh yeah, I think I picked Weidman. Whatever. It's, you know what I mean? Anders is old. He's kind of a bum, so it's not the worst pick in the world. Moving on to the prelims. Now, this was a controversial one. I believe close fights are not robberies. But, yeah, a lot of people disagree with this. I picked Brian Battle, and he won, so y'all can suck it. Moving on, Evloev versus Sterling. Now, watching it live, I believe Sterling kind of deserved to win because he had the biggest moment in the 3rd round where he had that big slam. But they love the Dagestanis. I could totally see why Evloev won, though. It's a close fight. But Sterling makes Evloev look a little, you know what I mean? Actually, Evloev still looked good. He looked just strong in the wrestling. Like, if he wanted to drag down Sterling, whenever Sterling was on the defensive wrestling, he was getting dragged down. He wasn't doing the same to Evloev. So, yeah, Dagestani diff. Never pick against these guys. Moving on. This was the moment of the night for me. Vicente Luque hitting a classic club and sub on Demba Gorimbo. Now, The Rock is going to take the fucking house back. But you can't blame me for picking Gorimbo because nobody knew that Luque was going to come out and just look like just vintage himself. He just decided, you know what? I'm not going to be a bitch anymore. And yeah, I respect it. I fuck with it heavy. Shout out Luque. I'm glad he got that one. He needed that one. Like, if he lost in dominant fashion, it was a retirement for Luque. So I'm very happy that he won. And yeah, man, that shit had me screaming. So, moving on. Anthony Smith versus Dominic Reyes. Now, look, everybody saw this coming. And the fact that Smith was fucking crying on his way out, like, you're not Charles Oliveira, little bro. And I understand that he just lost his best friend, which is fucking sad. But, like, why are you signing to fight, man? But the thing is, he had Reyes looking a little goofy in the first round, man. In the first early exchanges, I was like, it's not looking good, man. Because I had Smith under, like, 39 strikes. I was like, man, he landed a little too much. And then he got to the position where he got, like, dropped or he fell down because of some punches, and he just proceeded to give up. Classic Anthony Smith performance. We really need to discuss who gave this guy the Lionheart nickname because, brother, he just gives up, man. Like TJ Dillashaw says, he gives up. So, shout out to Reyes. Beat the fuck out of him over 2 rounds. And, yeah, man, Smith, I think he retired. If he doesn't, please retire. Moving on, man, to the main card. I did not know Doo Ho Choi was going to look like fucking Ilya Topuria out there. He looked like prime TKZ, chopping at him with the low kick, throwing sling, big overhand, knocking Nate Landwehr around, big uppercuts. It was sad to see, man. As soon as that overhand landed on Landwehr's guard and it fucking spun him 60 degrees to the right, I was like, oh, nah, it's over. And yeah, man, he beat the shit out of Landwehr, really toyed with him. Like, There was this moment where Nate shot a takedown and Doo Ho Choi just looked smug. He just was like, look at this dude. Look at how I'm doing him. Yeah, poor Nate, man. I really thought he was going to win. I thought Doo Ho Choi was going to be fucking out of his prime, but he fucking looked the best ever. Nobody could have predicted that. And this is where my last L on this card. Moving on to this disgrace. I didn't even want to watch this one. And I didn't. I was playing Fortnite. No, actually, I was recording and uploading the last video I did, breaking down the UFC 312 announcement. It's going to be on top right if y'all haven't seen it. Pretty short, pretty brief reaction to the news. But yeah, Kron Gracie just does his little thing. Pulls guard about 100 million times. Puts his ass on Bryce Mitchell's country dick and gets slam KO'd. That's what he fucking deserves, you bum. Get out of the UFC or you don't deserve to be here. Moving on, man. Ciryl Gane versus Volkov. I believe Volkov won. It was a close fight. But if you look at the scorecard, Gane won because the judges think he won round 2. Now, I think we can all agree that Volkov's spinning back fist was the most impactful moment of that round in the fight. Fucking knocked his face, knocked his chin around, spit everywhere. Like, I don't see how you could give him that second round, but it was a close fight, I will admit, and close fights are not robberies. But I do feel like Volkov won that. And one thing we need to discuss is the idea that Ciryl Gane is this top striker, this kickboxing, like, technical master. He's just fast, man. He's not that good. He gets away with his speed and his attributes, and people are kind of intimidated by him. Volkov beat him with timing. He was he was a lot slower. He was a lot more plotty, and he still outstruck Ciryl Gane, in my opinion. This was actually a very good fight, very technical. They both mixed it up, and yeah, man, Ciryl Gane is bro need to put down the FIFA and hit the fucking gym, man. Go work your grappling. Go work your striking. You're not the best. This guy's not beating Aspinall. He's not beating Jones. And yeah, man, I don't know how the judges are fucking that blind, but whatever. Moving on to the co-main. Now, this one had me pissed off because the first 2 rounds, they landed about 20 strikes total. And it had Garry, last leg of my 3-leg parlay. He just needed to land more than 58.5 strikes, and he did not. But very technical, very slow-paced fight. They kind of worked their way into the 3rd round and started doing a little more. And Shavkat didn't look that good, I'm going to be honest. And one thing that I've said before that I will say again, Shavkat is not Hamzat. When he fights Bilal, he will lose. His wrestling is not that good, okay? He couldn't work the upper body takedowns. He had to shoot the double, and he did get him when he did shoot it, but his wrestling is not that good, okay? He is well-rounded. He has a great chance of beating Bilal, all right? I could totally see that, but I would totally see Bilal just smudging him and pissing everybody off. But let's get back to the fight tonight. Garry kept it at range, did his thing, but he just didn't put enough out there. Shavkat just had more thud on his shots, and his kind of power made the judges think, all right, you know what? This guy's the guy that's doing more damage. If Garry landed more and threw more, he would have been in more trouble, of course, but he could have won the first rounds. I think he won like 2 rounds out of the 5, and he just looked good. He looked technical. He displayed a great chin because he was eating some shots that was catching him off guard and had power on them. That right hand was landing for Shavkat early, and Garry just ate them. And yeah, man, both guys looked pretty good. I feel like Garry's stock rose more, and Shavkat will be fighting Bilal next. And for Garry, I want to see him fight Usman. All right, I want to see him fight winner of Covington versus Buckley. Okay, that's the fight I'm looking for. He needs somebody in the top 5, somebody up there, because he's proven in this fight that he's one of the top contenders. Okay, don't sleep on Garry, man. They will rematch for the belt one day. Moving on to the main event. There's fucking levels to this, all right? You think some Japanese is come here and win? No, this is my town, my city. I feel free in here, man. Pantoja gets Asakura out of there in the second round. I predicted this perfectly. But I'm gonna be honest, man. When fucking Kai threw those flying knees, I was clenching my cheeks a little bit. I was like, God damn. He's fucking fast. These guys are fast. I've been looking at guys, heavyweights and welterweights plodding around all night. And when I saw this flyweight speed, I was a little scared for Pantoja, but he eats all of those, man. He's hungry. He works hard for this. And my favorite moment of this fight was when Pantoja had one hook in and was working towards the back of Asakura. Asakura just smirked. Little bro, why you smirking? He about to finish you. And then he did. So, yeah, he didn't tap. He had that Asian fighting spirit. So, shout out to him. Shout out to my brother. But there's level to this. Pantoja, he wants to fight DJ. Make that fight happen. Give DJ $1 million and pay-per-view. Get him here for that super fight. Okay? That's how you build Pantoja as the real GOAT. Okay? He's got a legacy right now. He's the clear second greatest flyweight of all time. And if he can beat DJ and a couple other guys, you know, like another Kai Kara France win, a Tatuso, that other Tatuso Tyra, you know, another Royval win maybe, then you looking at the real greatest flyweight of all time right here. I think he's still got a couple years in his prime. Build him up. And yeah, man, I'm a big fan of Pantoja. He fucking went out there, slugged it out with this guy, this unknown dude, and made it look easy. But yeah, man, that was my immediate reaction to UFC 310. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think of my picks. I went 8-3. And yeah, I'll see y'all next one. Peace.